Good morning, everyone. It is Monday,
Morning.
and I'm here with the scrumptious, incredible, beautiful Yvette.
Good morning.
There she is, everyone. Yvette is here. So we wanted to tell you a quick story that happened yesterday. Hello, Jason. Jason Reaver, one of the kindest people that I know. So this is what happened yesterday. It's really funny. Hey, Kim, good to see you. Hey, everyone. We got a lot of people flying in this morning. So a really quick story, and then we'll get to what we're going to talk about. So yesterday, we were walking in front of our community where we live, and there was a group of 4 people coming at us. And one woman who we didn't really know by seeing her, she says, "I know you." She says, "You're Mike and you're Yvette." And we're trying to figure out who it is. And she says, "I watch your videos on Facebook." So we had our first celebrity sighting, and I got to tell you, it really made our day. Because sometimes, we make these videos and we wonder if people are watching. I mean, we know people are watching, but you don't really get tons of feedback. But that was really great feedback, so it made our day. So we wanted to share it with you. So Esther, thank you yesterday for making our day. We appreciate that. So we're going to tell you 2 different stories today. Really great stories. I love Yvette's story too. Hey, Em. Okay, so the first story is there is a boy and he's in a college class, and the professor comes in and says, "Okay, I have a homework assignment for you. It's pretty easy. All you have to do is go up to someone and tell them that you love them. And when you tell them that you love them, then I want you to write a little story about what happened." So one of the boys in the class had it really resonate with him, and he was like, "Okay, I know what I need to do." So his father and he got into this, by the way, this is a true story. His father and he got into a fight about 6 months prior and hadn't spoken at all since. So he decides that, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to finally just tell my dad that I love him. So he drives to the house and he knocks on the door, and he's praying that his mother doesn't answer the door, because if she answers the door, he says, "I'm afraid I'm going to chicken out and then just tell her I love her and not him." But the father opens the door, and he opens with a really stone, hard, cold face. And the boy looks at the father and says, "Dad, I just want to tell you that I love you very much." And then the father's face, suddenly, he sees tears coming out of the father's eyes. And the father says, "I love you too, and I'm so sorry for everything that's happened." And they give each other a hug. And this is the best part of the story. 2 days later, and this is a true story, 2 days later, the father ends up having a heart attack, goes into the hospital, is put on machines, and the boy had never had a chance to talk to him at that point, and the father ends up passing away. So the point to this story is, we all have people in our lives that we may be upset with, that we may be angry with, that may have hurt us. If you can, consider telling them that you love them and letting go and forgiving, because stuff like this happens all the time. We take for granted that the person will be there with us the next day, and that, at some point we'll be able to work that out. But just like in this story, the father passed away. Thank God the son did that. So again, the moral of this story is consider forgiving some of the people that may have hurt you, and let them know. And that way, you can let it go, because you never know when they may not be here anymore. So that's story number 1. Story number 2, Yvette.
So there was this very wealthy, very beautiful woman. She had everything money could buy. She had fancy cars, a beautiful house, jewelry, everything you can imagine. But her husband had passed away a couple of months prior. And she was at the psychiatrist's office just, saying that she didn't have a purpose in life anymore. She was so sad. And she was just going on and on and on, complaining about, her life. Mind you, she had all the money, and she had cars, and she had all the material things. But her husband was no longer here. So the psychiatrist said, "Give me a second." And he called over the cleaning woman. and said, could you sit down and said to the lady, I want her to tell you her story. So the cleaning woman then goes on and says that, her husband had passed away 6 months ago, and 3 months later, her son had passed away he got into a car accident. And at that point, she didn't know how she was going to go on with life. Like, she had no purpose. She didn't know if she could wake up in the morning. Then one day, she was walking in the street, and this kitten followed her home. She takes the kitten in, and she's taking care of the cat, and she found love and purpose again. So she thought to herself, if this cat can bring me happiness, how about if I start doing things for other people? So now she started baking cookies for a neighbor. She took them over, and that gave her happiness. So she kept on doing that for other people because she saw that giving to others made her very happy. So,
yeah. So really, the moral to that story is, it's in us giving what we want to receive that we actually receive it. And we've talked about this many times. So if we want love, give love to other people. If we want happiness, give happiness to other people, and it will come back to us. And not only that, in the giving is where the happiness comes. So that's it for today. But here's the good news. Tomorrow is Grata Tuesday. So we're going to start a whole theme on gratitude, which is going to be phenomenal. And we hope you all get involved with us.
Tomorrow starts our 28-day gratitude challenge.
28-day gratitude challenge. It's going to be fun things that we're going to do every day for 28 days to really expand our level of gratitude for ourselves and for others. So make sure to tune in tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And any last words before we go?
Have a wonderful Monday. It's gorgeous out.
It's beautiful.
Sun's shining, so.
Yeah, we love you. We thank you for being here. And that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. 7:35. Take care.